Afternoon, peoples. We're going through the stats again for COVID. The COVID stats. Okay, here we go. We're going to go through 2020. The stats for 2020 we're going through now. Okay, so from the 15th of February to the 31st of December 2020, we had 909 deaths, unfortunately. 909. Okay. Now, in that time too, we had two spikes. The first spike was actually in April, and the second spike was in August. So the first spike that happened on 4th of April, which was actually the peak. There was 4,935 people that tested positive. Okay. And in August of August 2020, on the 13th of August, there was 8,178 people that actually tested positive. And by the end of the year, by 31st of December 2020, unfortunately we had 909 people that passed away. That is not a pandemic. Okay? Not a chance. You are being lied to. Stop watching TV. Now we're going to go through this year. Okay? Now you thought last year was bad. Okay? And what's that? February to December. What's that? 10 months. Okay, and there was 909 people passed away. Well, let's have a look at this year. Okay, so from the 1st of January to 10th of July, one person had passed away in 7 months. One person in 7.5 months, almost 7.5 months, one person had passed away. That's how deadly this virus is. Right? Yet you're being told or brainwashed that, oh my God, look at all these cases. Man, we need to run for the hills. We need to lock everyone down. Shut all the businesses. Make them all go bankrupt. Because we had one person passed away in 7.5 months. But the Delta variant, we haven't got to today yet. What about the Delta variant? Okay, we'll go into the Delta variant now. On the 26th of June, no, not the 26th of June, sorry, on the 6th of June. On the 6th of June, that is when the Delta variant actually was found in Melbourne. All right. So from the 6th, and then it took another 20 days for it to appear in Sydney, and virtually no deaths between then. But it's so deadly, so contagious. Lock everything down. Stay in your homes. All right? You can't make this stuff up. Now let's look at the figures now. Okay. So from July 11th, which we had 911 that had passed away. Okay, from July 11th. Okay. So then from then to the 1st of August, we have 924 that passed away. So what's that? 23 people within that time have passed away. And then if we look at Sydney with June, it wasn't actually until July is actually when people actually had there was unfortunately a couple of deaths, right? But at the same time, how can this be so bad and so contagious, right? And people aren't dying. Okay, we got all these cases, but the people are not dying. And so far this year, from the 1st of January till now, what's that? 26 people unfortunately have passed away. 25 people, sorry. 25 people who passed away, unfortunately. You know? But we've got to look at the truth. Not what they're showing you on TV and keeping you in a state of fear is what they're doing. They're keeping you in fear. Every time you watch TV, they're trying to tell you how many cases they've got. Let's go into where the cases come from, shall we? This PCR test, December 31st this year. It is going, the CDC is going, they're going to stop it. Okay? It's not going to be around anymore. And why is that? Because it's always giving too many false positives, right? Because even the inventor of the PCR test also said that it can't be used for what it's being used for. And even our government has actually even put in there too, like it's with the amount of cycles, it can't be used has to be used less than 28 cycles, usually between 25 and 28. They're using it at 40 or 45 cycles, so that means it's giving false positives because it's all the cycles that it's coming up. It actually it finds more and more stuff because it's blowing stuff up. The easiest way probably to explain is the Hubble telescope in space, right? They put it on a blank patch of space where they thought there was no stars. So when they zoomed in, they found more stars. When they zoomed in further, they found more stars. Okay? The PCR test does exactly the same thing except for bits of DNA and other fragments within your body. And the other thing too is, with all these fragments, everybody's got these fragments in them. So what are they actually testing for? Especially when they haven't even isolated the COVID virus anyway. They haven't isolated it. So how can they test for something they haven't isolated? You know. The other thing with the PCR test as well, it's actually being dipped in a thing called ethylene oxide. Alright? Now if you go onto the New South Wales Health, I'm pretty sure Queensland Health and that will have it as well, it even states what ethylene oxide is. Alright? Yes, they're using it as a sterilizer, so that way it gets rid of any germs and stuff like that. But the problem is this ethylene oxide is actually a carcinogenic. That's what it is. It's carcinogenic. You can actually look it up there. It even says like it causes cancers. It's leukemia, as well as other diseases. The stuff's not good. All right, so it's killing you. So every time you stick it up your nose, especially when Sydney wants you to put it up your nose every 3 days, right? Think about it. That's killing you. Okay, it's ethylene oxide is not good. All right, there are other videos around on it, and also you can check it out. Ethylene oxide. All right, you need to all check that out. The other thing too is like with these jabs that are coming in, right? They're a bioweapon. Okay, I've got documentation that it even says that it's going to change your DNA. All right. There's another document from the courts and that in America from 2013 that's circulating as well, and I still have that document. I have got the document. It even states there that if you've been jabbed with any of these, quite a few of these different vaccines since then it's quite possible that these companies actually own you because now you've got their technology in them, in you. Right? This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is what they're doing, folks. Yeah? And you got to realize what's coming or what they're doing, okay? And before long, there's going to be a food shortage as well, all right? It's a manufactured food shortage. They're actually there's farmers in the US and that are actually like posting videos and stuff like that saying, showing you that what they're doing. And they're getting letters from the government to say, you've got to mow this much much of your crop down. Otherwise, we're going to spray Agent Orange on you. Right? Their own government's going to spray Agent Orange on them. Just like they did in Vietnam. Yeah, it's really good for you. Oh, hey, gotta love your government because if they're not screwing you, they're killing you. Anyway, I gotta go. Alright, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Alright, bye now.